Are you thinking about moving to Chatham-Kent and wondering how our property taxes compare to other cities in Ontario? This video breaks it down clearly, and the answer may surprise you. By the way, I help people just like you who are relocating here to Chatham-Kent, and I'd love to help you too. The best way to reach me is by calling, text, or shoot me an email. All of my information is linked below in the description. One of the questions I get most from relocating buyers is, how do property taxes in Chatham-Kent compare to the rest of Ontario? Well, the truth is, our tax rate is higher than many cities. But because our home prices are significantly lower, the actual cost of home ownership here is often much less. So today, I'm breaking everything down so you know exactly what to expect before you buy. Let's start with something most buyers misunderstand. A higher tax rate doesn't always mean higher tax dollars. Ontario cities with lower tax rates often have much higher property values, which means their total annual taxes can still be thousands of dollars more than what you'd pay here in Chatham-Kent. That's why it's so important to look at the full picture. Chatham-Kent's residential tax rate is 2.02%, depending on your area. Here's how that compares to other Ontario cities. London is 1.46%, Windsor 1.94%, Ottawa 1.13%, Toronto 0.63%, and Barrie 1.12%. So yes, our rate is on the higher side. But here's the key. Homes in these cities are often hundreds of thousands of dollars more expensive. To make it simple, let's take the same home value. Let's use $500,000 with just the home value, no other parameters, and compare. So in Chatham-Kent, the math would be $10,000. London's would be about $7,300. Ottawa is about $5,600. Toronto, about $3,150 a year. Now here's the twist. The average home price in Toronto or Ottawa can be $850,000 to $1.2 million plus dollars. Even with the lower tax rate, the total tax bill is far higher. What matters is the balance between the price, the rate, and lifestyle. Here's what relocating buyers tell me often. Here in Chatham-Kent, they get a larger home for far less. They enjoy the small town living and community. Property taxes here still feel manageable because the mortgage is lower. They love being close to the lake, nature, and quieter living. And they prefer the slower pace and friendly neighborhoods. For many families, the affordability plus lifestyle trade-off is absolutely worth it. Within Chatham-Kent, taxes can vary depending on if the home is in town or it's rural, how large the lot is, whether services are municipally provided, age, size, type of home, if you're near waterfront, any area rated service charges. And that's why I always run the tax bill so you know exactly what your yearly cost is going to look like before you make an offer. When you work with me, we look at everything. The neighborhoods and the micro markets, schools and services, commute times, long-term resale potential, and your real cost of ownership, including taxes. My goal is to help you make the right decision with complete clarity. Here's the simple truth. Chatham-Kent's tax rate is higher, but overall, home ownership costs can be much lower. Lifestyles, affordability, and value are why families move here, and property taxes should always be evaluated alongside home price and location. If you're thinking about moving to Chatham-Kent and want to understand taxes, neighborhoods, pricings, and what fits your budget and lifestyle, I'd love to help. Call, text me, or email me. Get in touch in the description below. I'm Jill Howe with the Howe Group, and I can't wait to help you make a confident move here to Chatham-Kent.